Both quarterbacks have reliable tight ends they know they'll be able to count on to make plays. It's the Cardinals going up against the 49ers. The opening kick is straight ahead, so it's time to turn it over to my colleagues, Brandon Guyton.
Thank you, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the home of Super Bowl 50, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, we've got a good NFC between the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Guyton. And, Charles, we saw Larry focus on the tight end matchup in his open. You think it's one to watch, don't you?
Definitely one to watch because these guys can create such big plays by all the different things they can do. Line up out wide, in the slot, line up in a normal tight end position, and then who are you going to cover them with? Is it a linebacker, a defensive back? They create mismatches all throughout the game.
On the return, here's DeAndrew White. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by their 6-year quarterback out of Nevada. It's Colin Kaepernick.
Began 2015 as the unquestioned starting quarterback for San Francisco. Had a really rough game against the Arizona Cardinals and lost his job, and later ended the season having shoulder surgery. He's looking for a big bounce back in 2016.
Hyde, the lone man in the backfield. Kaepernick going to throw. They go screen pass to Hyde. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's brought down after a good gain. A big play there on the screen pass. 30. Six yards.
A well-executed screen pass means the offensive line has bluffed the defenders. They make them think that they can just get through and get to the quarterback. Instead, they're setting them up. Little screen pass, lofted over them, and now they're in front, and they get downfield for big yardage when they do it right.
Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. First carry for Carlos Hyde. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. To throw, Kaepernick. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
So many components go into a well-executed screen pass. You've got to sell. Offensive line's got to sell like they've missed blocks, and then they move out, and they're out in front of the running back. He's got to sell that he's trying to block, and then he slips out into the route. The quarterback has to sell that maybe he's trying to throw it downfield. Instead, he slips it off to the running back, and when you get one set perfectly, you have to catch the ball. And that didn't happen on that play.
A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
This will be taken about the 12. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Cardinals and Carson Palmer looking to bounce back from their Week 3 but in particular, Charles Palmer wants to bounce back. 4 interceptions on their last 4 drives.
And we know it's a passing league, but if you can't run the ball at all and get some balance, look out. Buffalo prepared, and I think Carson Palmer threw those interceptions in the last 4 possessions, correct? So they're trying to battle back from a big deficit and couldn't quite get there.
And he threw the ball 50 times total, completed 26 of them. They'll run for the the first time with Johnson. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Again, it's Johnson. And he's got some space here. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Have you talked with your friends who are in the fantasy leagues? I keep hearing David Johnson's name is coming up in a big way.
Boy, he was a steal 3rd rounder out of Northern Iowa. And I think last year started as a 4th string back, didn't he?
He certainly did, but boy, he produces the year 1 honor. Remember, he can run it. He can catch it. He was a wide receiver in Northern Iowa before he became a running back, and also has great kick return ability. Ran 1 back for a touchdown in 2015.
And the 49ers on the defensive side of the football.
Antoine Bethea plays the safety position with intelligence and excellent tackling ability.
From midfield now, here's Palmer. Going for the deep ball. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, Brandon, there are so many weapons in this receiving corps, but I think Carson still wants to look in number 11's direction anytime he can. I would, too, with Larry's track record. Sometimes, though, that's not a high percentage play. And sure enough, this one gets intercepted.
So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. It's a pickup of 14 there, and it'll be 1st down, 49ers.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Hyde, the lone man in the backfield. On 1st down, Kaepernick. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. Ten yards still left on 2nd down. Kaepernick will try again on 2nd down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll get a couple yards on that one. Chip Kelly, he's known for never shying away from taking a chance, and his guys are going here on 4th. Kaepernick to throw for it on 4th. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. The 20. A big play there on the screen pass. 34 yards.
We know it's tough enough to pick up 1st downs on 3rd down plays, but when you go for it on 4th down, sometimes you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer was answered.
Kaepernick now on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Kaepernick. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. Now Kaepernick. And that is incomplete here. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Now Kaepernick throwing on second down. This will be caught at about the 5. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. Now from back at the 5. This is third and goal. An extra defensive back on the field here for third and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Sean Drone, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make. Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive. I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game. Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right? Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. Well, anytime it's a toss or a pitch play, it's a battle for the edges. Who's going to control the edge of the line of scrimmage? In other words, can the defensive guys hold their leverage? What we were always taught was keep your outside arm or outside shoulder free if you were playing on the play side, meaning the ball coming towards you. And anyone coming from the backside, they're pinching down and sliding down towards it to try and keep people kind of locked into one spot. And boy, what a great defensive play there. Worn out leverage, running to the football from the inside out, turned into a big loss of yardage. He gives it to Brown. Good play. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Strength throwing the football downfield has never been an issue for this big guy. I still remember the first time I met him. He was playing for USC, and when I got introduced to him, I thought I was meeting their starting tight end, not their starting quarterback. Such a presence, Carson Palmer. Very much so. He's had it ever since he entered campus there and still has it today. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2, and that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game. Andre Ellington, his first carry. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up the play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game. And he can't get away from the pressure. Palmer sacked. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked. Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen? Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. He's going to look deep down the field. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, a great read, and it's picked off. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, surprise, surprise, partner. No, we know it's not a surprise. When you try to complete a pass against this Cardinals defense, there's a reason that they are known as the no-fly zone. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando, where Larry Ridley referee is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now it's Palmer. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And the Cardinals offense here ready to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got...
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Palmer to throw on second down. Over the middle here to Brown. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout. And now we're set to get going. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. On 1st and 10, it's Palmer to the sideline. And oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right? Whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs. In this case, the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
And incomplete here on 3rd down. The tight end, Jermaine Gresham, the intended receiver. And it'll be 4th down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. Chandler Catanzaro, we know he has some leg at a 60-yarder in week 3. That's a long for him in his career and the longest kick this year in the NFL.
And it doesn't ease all the pain for missing the field goal that would have won the game with New England in the season opener. But 60 yards, that's awfully impressive.
And he also punted. Drew Butler was injured, their normal punter, so he pulled double duty.
But you know what they say in the NFL? The more you can do.
The more you can do what?
The longer you can stay in the league.
Yeah, makes sense. Hyde, the lone man in the backfield. To throw, Kaepernick. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
A lot of teams love to throw screen passes. They want to tire out defenses because they make them run a lot. But there are a lot of moving parts on a play for an offense when they call that one. Because you got the linemen that have to move. You have the wide receivers have to get out and vacate. You get the running back that's got to make a little fake and then get out into the route. And, of course, the quarterback, he's got to hold in there and know he's probably going to take a big hit before he lofts the screen up.
Kaepernick hit. Fumble. He lost the football. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, they look like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. Okay, so Larry apparently giving us the silent treatment all of a sudden, and we're going to skip ahead to quarter number 3. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically what they're